Okay, so today we will be creating a login page and a register page. Not just the login and a register page, an awesome looking login and a register page. So that's exactly what we will be Googling. This one is what we will be Googling. So let's go here. And what do you guys want to do? I think this looks pretty good. Yes, it is pretty good, but adventurer name, email. Let's check out one more. That's not quite something that I like. Okay, how about this? This looks pretty good. Oh, they have a GIF. Okay, we can do this, but now there's this animation and this drop down too, so I'm trying to do something pretty quickly, a little more plain, like Windows 10 flat UI kind of stuff. Now, if you guys want, let me know in the comment section below. I can do this. We will do this together. If you guys want, just hit the comment below, and in the next video we'll do this. Just let me know first. And this is plain Instagram thing. This is also clean UI, but is this the real Instagram login page? I don't think it is. Yeah, this this should be the real Instagram login page. Now this wow login thing is not looking very good. Okay, this one. How about this one? This looks, oh yeah, I like this one. This is pretty, neat. Yeah, let's do this much. Let's do this. Okay, first we'll do this, and then we'll do this. So first let's save this, save as image, and let's save it somewhere in my desktop, and go here, and let's create a new project, and I'll just call it, what will I call it? I'll call it awesome login UI. Awesome login. Let's call it awesome login and finish it. While it's loading, I'll open Photoshop and see what colors they have used. So we'll be using exactly the same colors that they have used here. Why is my Photoshop still not open? Okay, let's drag and drop this into my Photoshop. Now these images are from a post that I was writing about, getting a job as an entrepreneur, as just a fresh graduate without experience. So these images are from that. You can check it out. I'll drop a link once it's finished. Okay, so we have it. Is our project finished yet? Yes, it is. It is still not finished. So I'll just check which color this is. Okay, we got this color here, and we got this color here. So we got both the colors now. We'll be creating gradients with these colors. Let's check if okay, this is built now. I'll close this project. Okay, so we have our awesome login here. So let's quickly create an Android resource file. Okay, not resource file, create Android layout file. How do you do it, man? Activity, full screen activity, login activity. Okay, let's create an empty activity. Let's call it login activity for now. And this is our layout. We got the colors. Now, one thing to note is this, as you can see, there is no toolbar here, or action bar as it was previously known, so we will have to remove this. That's pretty simple. What we can do is simply go to our styles, and then instead of dark action bar we just go no action bar, and now we go to our what, it is still not completed. What is this error? Let's move this from now for now, because I think we'll be able to see the UI anyhow. Okay, where is the design button? Sorry, the layout or code view. I don't see it. Okay, did they upgrade this? I think I just upgraded my Android Studio, and instead of this here they have moved it here. Or okay, so here we are back again. Now this is what we are looking for. So first of all, let's start with the basics, that is our background. Now background, we can do that easy, no problem, but since we have a constraint layout here, we'll have to define constraints. But is it really necessary? Do we need a constraint layout here, or can we achieve this with a linear layout? That will be faster for us to code also, and faster to render also. So I think this is pretty centered, you know, this is centered and no complex layouts. So we can just do this using linear layout. We don't need to do constraint layout. Just use linear layout and let it handle itself. And we will need, what do we need? We need a gradient background, right? So we create a background resource file. Let's call it login bg. And what is this, man? I think I chose the wrong day to create this tutorial, because I just upgraded the Windows and it is all changed here. I have just upgraded Android Studio, not Windows. So instead of selector, let's call it shape, and here we have gradient, and let's hit an end color to, for now we'll change this definitely, this, and grade this, and then start color to 0, that is black. Okay, so now we just switch the colors. So the first color is this one, that is this color. That is, which color is it? 1495D7. We go back here. Start color is this. Okay, looks pretty good already. And this is the end color. Now guys, if you have a designer that gave you this design, then the designer is in charge of giving you the right color code. So you know, you don't have to worry about this if you don't have Photoshop. Now we got our background. Okay, it's already done. And here, let's move this because we are not using constraint layout, and let's set the background to login bg. All right, voila, we got it. Also, I'm not in French, so I might use some French in between, like what, I don't know, bean, I think it means good. If anyone here is French, let me know. B-I-E-N, bon, or bean, something like that. Okay, let me not irritate you, and let's continue with the programming here. So let's change umbrella corp to text view to match parent, wrap content here. Let's add the text to my corp. Okay, now since we have used this light theme here, that's why our text is in black, as you can see here. Let's center it. Center. Let's increase this to 32 dp. Now, as you can see, my corp is in black here. That's because we have used a light theme. So if the background is light, text is in dark. But our background is actually not very light, so we can change this to dark, or we just remove it. And if you go back here, okay, where is it? We go back here, as you can see it is changed to white. It's pretty cool. Now let's check out the sign on with email and sign in with password things. Okay, so it's pretty easy too. Let's create an edit text, match parent, wrap content, and let's call it et email, and let's give a hint. What was the hint? Sign in with email. So we write it sign in with email, and let's give it a gravity of center too, so that the text is centered. Why is it not visible here? Why? Where did it go? Okay, so orientation is horizontal by default, so we need to make it vertical. Now there we have our edit text, and let's enlarge this a little. Text size to 18 sp. Now this is not a good way to do this, guys, you know, like hard coding this. You can have this in your diamonds values and this in your strings, but since this is the first page, I'm creating it here itself, and then later I can move it to the resources files, so that, you know, the rest of the activities, in the rest of the activities, I'll use the same thing. For now, I'll have to change this. If I don't like this, I'll make it 22 and things like that. That's why I'm writing it here hard coded, because, you know, if this is not good, I might have to change it from here itself. Otherwise, I'll have to go to the resources file and change it there. But that is a good practice. While starting out, you can write here, so you can, you know, quickly set which is the desired size, and then you can move it to your resource file values here, so that you can use the same values in all the other activities. Okay, now let's duplicate it. The shortcut is Ctrl D. I'll do this again so you can understand. Select all the things that you want to duplicate, hit Ctrl D. It's duplicated, and to align, the shortcut is Ctrl Alt and L. Okay, Ctrl Alt L. This is not et email, this is et password, and just let's write enter password here. Okay, now as you can see, this is not centered. We have centered it, sign in with email and password. This is to the left, so if we remove this gravity, let me enlarge this a little bit so you can see a little more. Okay, where is the zoom button now? There used to be a zoom button here. Okay, it's here. Okay, so here it is. I'll just remove this gravity, and the password will also come to left. Now we will fix the margins and the paddings. Don't worry about that at the moment. Okay, now we have the sign in button left, so let's create the button also. And let's give it an ID. Let's call it BTN login, and the text was, what was the text? Sign in. Now this button is looking very ugly. We will change that. We will make it beautiful. Let's increase the width a bit. Let's make it 78 dB. Okay, it's 98, 198, 128. The 128 is the perfect size. Okay, what else do we have? We have don't have an account, sign up, and this sign up is clickable. Okay, so now this is, as you can see, this is a simple text, and the sign up can be a button. Okay, and this forgot password is also a button. So what we can do is we can have don't have an account, sign up, one below the other if it's in the same layout, or we can, if you want to create like this, we need to put it inside another layout view. So let's just copy it. Okay, let's not do the easy thing. Let's just copy it exactly, so that your designer doesn't say like, what did you do with my design later on. Let's just copy it as it is, and after the button For that we add another linear layout. Let's call it match parent. Height is also wrap content, and here we add text view. Wrap content. I'm getting too many notifications, guys, you know, a lot of fans. I'm getting many notifications, but I'll finish this one and then only I'll check it, okay, for you guys. Alright, so let's add text here. Okay, man, I gotta mute this thing. Okay, turning it off. Give me a second. Okay, it's on vibrate now, and we call it don't have an account. That's right, don't have an account. Don't you have an account? And after that we need a button, and that button is wrap content. And what do we need the text to be in the button? We need button sign up, let's call it, and let's close this thing. Right, text, what was the text? Sign up, sign up, exclamation mark here. And as you can see, this looks ugly, misaligned. Let's at least align this for now, and let's just give it a gravity of center and it'll be fine. Okay, now the sign up is, as you can see, this is without a border, you know, there's no border, it's just like text, but it is actually clickable because you gotta be able to click the sign up button, right? As you can see, this is all caps. You gotta remove this. Let's say all caps and set it to false. And to remove the background, what you can do is you can do add null, or you cannot. How about changing this to source? Okay, let's say I think this works fine, removing this background to add null. But if you do this, what will happen is when you click the sign up button, there will be nothing, there will be no action, like not action, there will be no feedbacks from the UI. You know what happens in Android usually after the material design is whenever you click a button you get a ripple. If you do the background to null, set the background to null, you'll get no ripple. But you want the ripple, right? Don't you want the ripple? You want it, you want it, you want the ripple. Always want the ripple. Okay, you need some feedback from the UI, otherwise how will the user know that something has happened? So whenever you are doing something, look for a feedback from the user. Okay, so to do that, what we can do is, instead of setting this to null, there is something in Android that is called selectable item background borderless. Okay, so it's the same thing. It's selectable. This button is selectable and it shows ripple and everything. Okay, let's remove the width to a little 68 dp. Okay, so we'll remove the width. If you zoom out, now it's showing a button like feature here after adding this, right? So what was it? I forgot. Maybe it was a style. Nope, not style. That's definitely background, but maybe it was something else. Maybe it was Android's. What was it? I forget. Attribute selectable item background, or it was just borderless button style. Yes, I think it was borderless button style, you know. So now you have a borderless button style, as you can see, exactly like this, and it is clickable. So you got this here, and now you need this forgot password. This is also a button, so we just copy it and we put it below this, and we change it to button forgot pwd. Let's call it forgot password, and that's all. Question mark. Where is it? Where did it go? Where did it go? Okay, let's call it wrap content. What is this sorcery? Where is my button? Where is my button? Is Android Studio not responding? This rarely happens, but for some reason this is not visible now. I gotta restart Android Studio or something like that. Let's switch to... Can't you refresh this somewhere? There used to be a refresh button here. Okay. We have button forgot password here. This is here, this is here. Then how come it is not visible? Let's close it. Okay, let's not close it directly. Let's remove, not this. Let's say we delete this. Is it removed? It is not removed. So no, this is not responding. The UI is not responding for some weird reason. The kind of problems you'll face as a developer, you know. Sometimes your code messes up, sometimes the IDE messes up, so you gotta keep calm. Let's close this and let's open this again and see if it renders this time. It is not rendering. Let's turn it around. Come on, man. Okay, I'll rebuild the project. We don't even have a refresh button here. I'll just close it and rebuild again. Okay, so I'm checking my notifications, guys, you know. Well, this is building. Okay, nice. Let's check it out. You can use control and click to, you know, go to its reference. Okay, so this is not working. Why is that? Okay, we have an error thingy here, render problems. I figured that out. Just give me the solutions. Refresh. What are the details? What is this? Is there a code? Actually, is there a mistake in our code? I don't think so. If we remove this, does it work? No, it does not. See the kind of problems that we have to deal with. Okay, so I'll just restart it. Let's hope I'll hope it works. Okay, close it. Don't laugh at my wallpaper. Okay, don't laugh at my wallpaper. This is the default wallpaper that I had. So, you know, don't bother. It changes itself at some intervals. Okay, this thing is nice. You know, I'm checking out my phone. Good stuff here. Nice people here, lovely people. Also, by the way, guys, I'm in Instagram and I am in Twitter also. It's the same thing. It's @thecodecity. You can follow me on Instagram. Usually more active there, giving out daily tips and hints. So while this is loading, open up your Instagram and follow me up there. Okay, we'll talk there. You can talk to me personally, ask me questions and stuff, and I try to be as responsive as I can be there, unlike this at the moment. Okay, so while you are here and this is waiting for the build to finish, just let me know what your system specifications are, you know, because you are an Android developer, then I know the pains of an Android developer with less resources in the system. So, you know, hit me up, let me know what you have. And by the way, I have an i7 7th generation 16 GB 256 GB SSD Lenovo Flex 5. That's what I use. Why is this? I had updated Windows a while ago, and I'm having these problems. I updated this NS Studio, I think yesterday. Maybe there was a problem in it, or maybe it's unable to get this. If I remove this, does it work? It is loading. I think that is a problem. That is a problem. So, but why is that a problem? That is just such a common thing. Now, this sign up is. We need to increase the sign up a little. Let's, from 68, let's change it to 72. Let's change the padding to 0 dp. Not padding, let's change the margin also to 0 dp. Okay, let's not do anything. I was trying to remove the spaces that we have. There's actually padding, not margins. Now, if we set the background to let's border, let's this. Okay, this is a button here. Let's add it here also. Why is it not showing again? So this is not working properly. As you can see, guys, this borderless button, I'm adding this here and the borders are gone, and I'm adding it here. It has no effect. Now it might be because of this Android and ATTR, that is short for attribute, but I'm not certain about this, so let's not give you any guesses, and maybe I'll look a bit more into it, the difference between Android and ATTR here, and something like this is included by default, this is an attribute, something like that, but I will check it out and let you know better. For now, let's okay, so I think this was a problem here. So you can see in the sign up, that is gone, and here it is not gone. If I duplicate it, what happens? Let's see, it's misrendering. The sign up is not visible again, and it's gone somewhere. So definitely there is a problem with this background. Okay, so for now I'll just remove this one as it is having no effect, and I'll try to run it in my, this is not rendering properly, so I'll just run it in my phone and take a screenshot and show you guys. But let's do stuff on besides this. So only problem we have is here in this forgot password, because we cannot set the background to go, or for now, just to make it look alike, let's just add null here, so that will, okay, this is also not rendering. Let's just change this to null 2, so that at least it looks alike. Okay, and now we have this elevation. This part should also be gone. Zero dp. Now there will be no elevation when actually we see this, and there's definitely some problems with the rendering here. If we remove this also, there should be no shadows like this here, and okay, so it looks kind of like this here. Now let's make this main button. Okay, and for that we need to create a drawable. Now if you do this, if you set the background to white, is it white? Yes, it is white. And color to, let's say, primary color, or the color that this thing was. Okay, so it is the same thing, and we want to make it bold. I think that is bold. Okay, so there we have a sign in here. Now if we can do it like this, just set the background to white, but again, as I said, mentioned here, if we do this and when the user clicks on it, the user will see no ripple, so we don't want that. We want only a ripple, right? Why does this look bold? Let's text that to normal and see if it changes. And there are a lot of problems with rendering here. Okay, so let's make a drawable resource so that the button has a ripple effect. So we go here, let's create a new drawable resource. Let's call it sign it's like singing button, sign in button. And come on, man, where is it? Okay, instead of selector we want a ripple, right? So just add a ripple here. Okay, we need a color here. Let's call it any color that you want. Let's call it color accent. So this is the color of the ripple, so that's not very clearly visible, so even if it's something different, most users don't even notice it. And now we want a shape. We want an item. Okay, in the item we want a shape, and the shape is a rectangle. Okay, and not corners. Solid is the color, solid, and the color is white. This is it. Now if we use this as the background, we will get white color and a ripple. Okay, so create a drawable resource and set the root to ripple, have an item, and inside the item you can have any shape, a rectangle or oval or anything like that. And let's say we want it to be drawable / sign in button. So there we go, there we have a button. Now if we zoom out a little, you can see most of the things are done, isn't it? Most of the things are done. Now we just want to add this margins here and here. So let's do that. By default, you should have a margin of 16 dp. Okay, not margin, padding of 16 dp. But since this does not look enough, let's increase it to 56 dp. And again, problems with the rendering. This is not working properly. Man, maybe I should downgrade it. Even if okay, now it renders. Okay, so margin is there, and here we add a margin top of, let's say, 28 dp, and margin bottom of, let's say, 16 dp. And here we want margin top to be 16 dp and margin bottom to be 28 dp. So your margins should be symmetrical, guys. Now this gap should be smaller between them because these two are related, and more with this my corp and this sign in because they are different. As you can see here, gap is smaller here and more here, or is it similar? I think it's kind of similar, but let's give it some bottom margin bottom. Let's give it 16 dp. Why is it not moving? Yes, it moved. And sign in is fine, and after sign in we have these two. Let's give this a margin of 16 dp, and it will have equal margin with sign in and forgot password, and will not have to add margin to any of those components. Okay, so here we are. So this is our final version, or do we need something else too? I think we need some more margin here, right? Let's go down. Okay. Is it looking better? Yes, it is looking better. Now, as you can see, is there anything you want to do? I think it's fine, yeah. Now the only thing is this problem, guys. As you can see, now this has background null, this has background null, so these things will not be clickable. So change this null to borderless, and now it will be clickable. Not clickable, it will show a ripple effect when clicked. It will also be clickable if the background is null, but no ripple effect will be shown. So now we have our final thing here. So the only difference with the thing that we have here in the image is the fonts. So you need to be able to change the font. Now, I already have a tutorial on how to do that. You can just check out, the link is in the description below, and we'll do this in the next part. So we'll handle the errors. We will replace it with password, and yeah, let's do it now. I'll do the register, and this error part I'll handle it in the activity later, because the UI is done. Let's change this type to password for the moment. So if we do this, it will automatically be converted to that dot thing, so that your password is not visible. And change this to email, input type to email. And one more hint for you is, you can do IME options, and you can do action next. So that means whenever the user enters the enter button in the keyboard, it immediately goes to this one. Okay, so when the user is typing and clicks enter, the focus goes to this enter password, and he or she can directly start writing passwords. Pretty neat trick. So always have these things defined. And here it's not the action next, it's action done. So that means the keyboard will disappear when the user clicks enter. Okay, so we have this done. We have our UI, and the only thing that we need to change now is the font. And to do that, you can check out the tutorial in the description. The link to the tutorial in the description. So our login is also done, and the next part we will create a register UI, or we will handle this in the activity. So let me know if you guys are interested in learning about handling it, calling the login API and that kind of stuff, if you don't already know it. So let me know if you want it in the comment section below. Alright guys, peace out.